welcome back to part 3 of Get to Know Me in 21 Questions. This will probably be the last Get to Know Me in 21 Questions that I do for a while, but these are just so much fun. What language besides your native language would you like to be fluent in? I would love to be fluent in Italian. I mean, I can speak and understand a good portion of Spanish and a little bit of Italian, but I would love to be completely fluent in Italian. What was the last thing? Wait, I already answered that question. It's actually going to be 20 questions. What was your first ever cell phone? It was a little white flip phone. If I can find a picture of it, I will insert it here. What word do you use to address a group of people? On here I say, hey guys, but in life I more than likely will say y'all because I'm from Texas. Would you ever consider living abroad? I would. Maybe not now because I have a baby and animals, and it would probably just be too hectic to move abroad and live somewhere, but if money was no object and it would have been, if it would be really easy once I got my Italian citizenship. Aaron already has EU citizenship as well, so we wouldn't have to apply for visas. It would be pretty easy to live abroad, at least in Europe. What was your first cooking experience? The first cooking experience I remember, I was trying to make macaroni and cheese, and I forgot to drain the water, and I added milk and butter and the powdered cheese, and it was really liquidy, and I couldn't figure out why. And I was like, Mom, it's more like soup. What happened? Why does it look like this? And she's like, you forgot to drain the water. I couldn't even make a box of macaroni and cheese. And I was like 8, so I think I get a pass. What dreams have you given up on as unrealistic? I didn't pursue music because I thought it would be unrealistic, and the likelihood of me actually being successful in music was very slim. So I gave up on that. Sometimes I wish I could go back and see what happened, but I think I know how it would have played out. What did you dress up as on Halloween when you were 8? When I was 8, I think, how old are you? I think I was in 2nd or 3rd grade. I was probably like a princess or something really generic. Is there an item you collect? I collect records, and I like to collect things that belong to family members. It's very, everything is illuminated. If you've seen that movie, he likes to collect things from people that he's related to. I think the grossest thing he has is a pair of dentures. I don't collect things like that. I collect like books or letters or photos or just little trinkets. What kind of music do you dislike the most? I am not a huge fan of rap. I will listen to it if it's like a feature on a song, but I don't buy rap albums. If you could choose only one, would you rather go to Paris or London? I would probably go to London just because a lot of people on my dad's side of the family was from England. So I would probably go to London. When was the first time you were on a plane? When I was in 3rd grade, or between 3rd grade and 4th grade. In that summer, we went to Disney World, and it was my first time on an airplane, and my legs fell asleep all the way up to my waist, and I went to go stand up and I couldn't move, and I moved my big toe, and my legs were so asleep that it hurt so bad. I remember just crying on the airplane. Luckily we were already in Florida, so we didn't have to like haul butt to get to another plane. So the flight attendants were really nice and just let me take my time getting up because it hurt so bad. Pick one. Whew. Halloween or Valentine's Day? I'm gonna say Valentine's Day. If my daughter was a little older, I would probably say Halloween. Monopoly or chess? Chess. Pepsi or Coca-Cola? They taste the same to me, but just because, I'm just gonna say Coca-Cola. Summer or winter? Winter. I'm from Texas and it's hot. I'm from Central Texas at that, so it's humid. I don't like the heat. I get overheated very easily. I'm very hot-natured. I don't like the heat. I would much rather be freezing than too hot. Because like I always say, you can always add layers to your clothing to keep warm, but you can only remove so much clothing before it's socially unacceptable. Texting or phone calls? Texting. I prefer to text. I can't really talk very long without my voice starting to sound hoarse. I think that's in part to my thyroid disorder, but whatever. Vanilla or chocolate? I'm gonna say chocolate because I'm a girl and we like chocolate. What was the first concert you attended? I think it was Britney Spears in 5th grade, or 6th grade, yeah. The summer of between 6th and 7th grade, I saw Britney Spears in San Antonio. What was the last thing you downloaded onto your computer? I think it was a resource pack for Minecraft. What was the first amusement park you've been to? It was more than likely Fiesta, Texas. It was the closest amusement park to where we lived, so probably Fiesta, Texas. Or Schlitterbahn. I don't know if you'd consider Schlitterbahn an amusement park. It's a water park. It was probably one of those two. So that's been it for this video. This one's a little shorter because it was more rapid fire there for a second where I had to choose between this or that. But that's been it for this video. So again, my name is Whitney. I do a bunch of various different videos on this channel. So if that sounds like something you would enjoy, be sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified when I upload new videos. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.